Everyone, and welcome back to Bronco Wild Outdoors. All right, so we have some news about the Bronco order banks, and they will be closing soon. So, from what I understand, if you have a reservation, you have just a little while to turn it into an order. Or if you need to change something on your order, you need to get ready for that because it looks like that the order banks for 2022 will be closing very soon. So, a lot of this information came from the Bronco Nation. So, thank them very much for that awesome website they have over there. If you haven't gone to their website, go over there and check it out. A lot of great content, and you can stay up on stuff like this. I did also check out Ford Authority and a few other places today, and let's see. So here's what we have for 2022 model year order banks will be pausing, as the article's written, on March 7th. Similar to the actions taken on the Maverick. So you remember the Maverick order bank had to shut down because of the overwhelming success. One thing that Ford has consistently this year, a lot of companies have had issues with commodities and workforce and every other thing that you could ever have last year, this year. But they've also have some of the hottest vehicles ever that they're releasing: the Bronco, the Maverick, the Lightning, the F-150 Lightning, and the E-Transit van. The Mach-E is a huge hit. So you can see they're just stacking the trims that people want. And they want these features. It just happens to be a point in time that makes it very difficult. So, as a business owner, I get it. Bear with them. Trust me, it is no picnic out there. All right. So, while there's no guarantees, if you like a chance of a 2022 model, convert your reservation to an order before then, March 7th. Um, oh, by the way, this does not pertain to blades in the Bronco Raptor. So this is for what's been called base Broncos, which I don't like. This I'd call it the standard Bronco, the different trims. But yeah, it's unfortunate that it's being cut off so soon. However, I think Ford needs some breathing room with this, to get certain commodities built back up. And I do know how just in time manufacturing works. When they need it, they have it, and so on and so forth. But I've been predicting it. It's been reported that Ford is going to start to change that. It's going to be sort of a hybrid system. So certain things, if they can get, I can assure you they will have ready to go. But this one's interesting. The next thing is interesting, which has caused a lot of issues. So Ford has removed PPF option from all the orders except for the 2022 Wildtrak. PPF for me, it's cool stuff. It's great. I know it helps with rock chips, dings, and things like that, and scratches. However, that is definitely something you can get at your dealer. You can also get it at plenty of places aftermarket. A lot of tent shops do it, body shops, uh, people that do graphics, things like that. Some upper end auto detailing shops will actually do it. So if I actually add PPF to mine, it will definitely be done by a local shop here. The dealer actually sends that particular dealer. I think some of this they send to this third party, so they do really good work. So I wouldn't worry about that. Look, if you have an order and you've got notification that you're getting a credit, like $295 credit or whatever it is, don't hold me to that amount. But don't be upset you're not getting the factory PPF. Just get it done locally. Get your Bronco. That, in my humble opinion, and it will be adjusted by $295 per the article written by Laura over at Bronco Nation. All right, pricing updates, the build and price. Oh, actually, there's two sides of this. I missed some of the best content out there. So, if you can tell by my backdrop here, I have a picture of my 2022 Badlands out in the snow and ice, and you see the icicles hanging on it. That is kind of what some of the Broncos look like up at map right now. It is kind of crazy. I didn't want to do the website screen sharing for this. I just wanted to pull some different information, make my notes, and type some stuff up, and that's exactly what I did. All right, pricing and on the update for the pricing for the build and price on the website. Ford has confirmed that there are additional price increases for model year 22.5. These prices are reflected on the most recent build and price update. So you did see that different trims went up different amounts, and some of them 1,700, some 2,500. Just depends on exactly what you are getting. And there'll be different, maybe additional price increases coming up in the future. It happens. Look around, everything's going up, so it should not be of any major surprise to you. Now, if you've placed an order or a reservation before March 19th, 2021, this article states that you fall under price protection and are not impacted by this recent change. So, and Ford Pass app's getting some updates as well. Um, you know the build and price, by the way, is very useful right now. If you go to it, you can look at all the things that's been added, the different steps that you can get now. You can also on the Wild Track get the Haas 3.0, which is sort of a hybrid between the 2.0 and the 4.0. The 4.0 is in the Bronco Raptor that'll be built and released this summer. So it's sort of that hybrid between the 2.0 and the 4.0. So the 3.0 is only available on the Wild Track. So a trim that I initially thought sort of lost some of its ground, definitely with the Bronco Raptor coming. For what I do, the off-roading that I want to do and will be doing, the Badlands is the perfect trim for me. But I get it. The Wild Track has sort of that place, that Baja high speed type stuff. Now the Wild Track gets some more reasons to buy it, right? Because the 3.0 suspension that'll only be available on the Wild Track. So definitely something to look into. You know, I think the chip issue over at Ice Mountain. It's unfortunate, right? First we had the top thing, and there was some chip stuff early on, and then there was a few little dings out. But the chip shortage was expected to, at least by some sources that I have, and certain other YouTube channels with people in the know, somewhere around that industry. The semiconductor business has, suffered for a couple years now, and then there was a recent issue, and I don't really know what the reason was, but we went from an already scarce supply down to less. And Ford's been using a lot of these these Broncos. They've been cranking them out. They've been doing a really good job getting the Broncos out. Yeah, unfortunately, if you're an early reservation holder, or order placer, and you haven't received your Bronco, you don't think so. And I get that. I really do. I've been blessed for a few different things. That the dealer, the allocation, where I was, where we placed in reservation, timestamp. Timestamp has a lot to do with internally, if you ask me, at a dealer. So if there's 10 orders and you're the first or one of the first two timestamps, you're probably going to be better positioned to get a Bronco versus the 10th person that reserved 2 months later. So I think that there's a lot to it there. I do know that this is very it's breaking news about the issues and the order banks closing down. I don't know if anybody saw it coming. I think maybe a lot of people in the industry maybe predicted it would close down, earlier. But they need time to process these orders to get the Broncos built. That there's actually orders placed, and to give you a heads up, until March 7th gives you a chance to move, from that reservation to that order. If you've been waiting on something, I mean, now's a really good time to order. From what I understand, you can get the pull-out tailgate. You have the different options as far as the steps are concerned, and there's a few little different things in there. So I don't have all of the updates for this year. If you get a Sasquatch four-door, you're getting a new sway bar. You're getting a sway bar added in the rear. So that's been a change. You've seen the change with the climate control on the selector knob. No worries there. That's a small little thing that I think a lot of us can live with. So, but anyway, new retail orders can be placed later this year when the model year 23 order banks open. And my dealer knows that I would like to get a Bronco Raptor. I did email him today and said, hey, with everything going on, and there's whole lot happening in the world right now, I'd like to put my hat in the ring for a 23. So it looks like it's a multi-year build. They're going to build them for a while, and if that's true, that means I'm in good shape. I want to wait. There'll probably be some upgrades in that 23. It also gives us more time to decide exactly how we want to build it. If you go to the build and price, and if you play around with building a Bronco Raptor, you'll see there's options there. It's not a ton of them, but you do have options to pick from. You have different, the interiors. You have the different. You have marine grade vinyl, leather wrap. There's all types of small changes, but nothing really huge. Decal, deletes or adds. It's actually pretty cool. But anyway, if you're interested in the Haas 3.0 suspension, the Wild Track is for you. And by the way, I did a video today. We filmed it today. It'll be probably tomorrow. I say tomorrow, it depends on when you're watching this. Just look out for a video for the bumper comparison between a modular and a capable bumper. The capable bumper, as you know, is standard on a Wild Track. It's also in the Badlands and I think Black Diamond. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that. However, the capable bumper is really cool. If you're not going to be adding a winch to that factory modular bumper, or even if you're going to take that bumper off and add something aftermarket, the capable bumper is really the way, in my humble opinion, to go. Unless you're going with a trim that offers the basic plastic or plastic with fog lights bumper, and then you would do that and then upgrade later. Totally, it just depends how you're going to do it. So, with the Maverick first and selling out, just selling more units than the manufacturing can actually produce. Looks like the Broncos finally caught up to that as well with commodity constraints and other things. It's an issue. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention this. PPF is one of the constraints. Another one of course, the tops. So if you want to get your Bronco sooner, switch over to a soft top. Look, I'm blessed we have one of each, but I'll tell you, there's nothing like the convenience of dropping the top on that soft top. It takes, less than, I mean, literally, it's 2 minutes if you take your time to drop it back to the first position. And it would take you, once you know what you're doing, maybe 10 minutes to take out the side and rear window and drop the top all the way back, and then probably 30 to take the entire top off, which I don't see really the need for that. However, if you want to do it, it's there. The other thing is the toe pack. Now, I don't think the constraint's the hitch necessarily, but it's the wiring harness. And you can have a dealer install a tow hitch with the 4-pin connector. However, if you need the 7-pin, the round connector looks like a plug, then that's the one you'll want to leave on your order, and it will affect your build time. So those are the big deals. So I thought today was a pretty big news. The order banks are closing for 22. So if you have that reservation or that order you've been playing around with, priority code 99 or whatever, if you want to get your Bronco built, there's a few things. Maybe look at the toe pack, maybe look at the soft top, and the PPF is a non-issue if you ask me. But those are some of the things that you want to look at. Check with your dealer. It looks like, per this article from the Bronco Nation, you have until March 7th to make that decision and to get that paperwork done, get everything in the system. So, hey, anyway, I hope you liked the video. If you haven't already, please give us a like here and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Subscriptions really help us. It helps us grow, helps YouTube spread the word and show our video to other people. And when you hit the bell icon, which is always recommended, and you get the little drop down box there, hit all. And what that does is when we go live, you get notified. When we drop a video, you get notified, and you stay in the know. So anyway, I do appreciate your time. I hope this was helpful. And it's some current news with the Bronco. So if you've got that reservation or that order sitting out there, go ahead and get it completed. If you want it for 22, get it going. If not, there's 23.